Yo, what's up? Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Mi Panther Pride. How you doing, Jesse?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Feeling a little bit more recovered from the recent Lions loss. But I'm ready for this little in the middle episode here.
Yeah, it was actually a viewer requested video. They said that we should kind of introduce the team, let everybody know about you know who we got on our team and who's coaching our team, and just let everybody know who they're rooting for this season.
To meet the Panthers, you'd say?
Yeah, meet the Panthers. There you go.
All right. So yeah, like you said, we're gonna do a little dive on a few players, a few coaches, just the coordinators really. So you want to get us started with the coaches?
Yep.
All right.
We're gonna start with head coach Mike Nolan.
Yes,
This
sir.
guy, he's been around the block, hasn't he, Jesse?
Oh yeah, he's been 11 different NFL teams, something like that. So yeah, I mean he's been through the highs, the lows of the NFL, and I mean now going into his second season of the UFL, with a pretty whole coaching staff.
Yeah. We have a lot. Well, both of our main coordinators, they're returning, our offensive and defensive coordinator. I think actually the whole coaching staff is returning from the previous season.
We still have special teams as well. So
that's a huge positive, as we know as Lions fans and what's going on with our team right now.
Yeah, losing both coordinators, but talent's going to prevail either way with or without the coordinator. So, but it's still good to keep everybody whole, like it seems the Panthers have this offseason.
Right. So we'll move on to Marcel Belfay. I believe it's pronounced.
Yeah. Don't quote us.
Don't quote us. But he's been around the CFL and he has a ton of experience. He ran the offense quite well last year. If you look up any of the videos for the Panthers, any of the highlights, it's all offensive.
Oh yeah, I mean 90% of it. Yeah, I mean we had a stout defense at times, but our offense, and I believe he's also the quarterback's coach. So he's got a trio, sometimes four. He's got a good stable to work with back there.
Right. Yeah, I'm real happy to see him returning. Our offense was really explosive. We got some new weapons this year, and a lot of returning players like we've talked about before.
Yeah, the team, the staff, everybody's kind of remaining. And then
we'll move on to Colin Bauer, our defensive line, our D-line and defensive coordinator.
Yeah. So again, this article's old, but I'm glad it's still remaining true. I mean, everybody's staying in here.
Yeah, he's been around the USFL and spring leagues and stuff like that. I'm glad that he's back. Our defensive line last year, they were real stout, so I'm really excited to see what he can work with and what he can do this year.
Oh yeah, especially with some of the key players we got returning on the defense as well, and additions that are hopefully going to be big pickups. So yeah, it's good to keep everybody here, especially a good solid coaching staff with that made it into the playoffs. Obviously, it was a little bit of a letdown, but still, we made it there. We had a good season, so it's good to keep building on that.
Right. Yeah. If we stay healthy this year, we have a real good chance of running back into the playoffs. I believe we're fighting for first and second in the USFL right now. In the off season, from what I see.
In the conference, absolutely. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the rankings that are coming out, obviously the early rankings as we see the transactions, but you see 1 and 2 Birmingham and Michigan, so it's good to see. You want to move on to the Panthers offense now?
Yeah, so we're just going to touch on our offense. We've already kind of hit our QBs. We're going to just go over who we believe is going to be starters, and as we've talked about at the QB position, we think it's Bryce Perkins and EJ Perry fighting it out.
Yeah. Whoever has the most productive healthy camp is what I think that's who's going to rise to the top. Obviously, they're both going to be utilized if they're both available. Probably all three. If have we signed Lewerke yet? No, but
No, we got Etling.
Yep. So everybody's going to be worked in at some point, I believe. But going to the running backs, we're going to start with Nate McCreary.
Yeah, Nate. He was real effective last year. I mean, Matt Colburn, he had a lot of carries, but Nate McCreary, he was real effective too. Why don't you break down some of the stats he had or what we have going on here?
Obviously he had a pretty good rushing game while he was available. I mean, Colburn picked up the tail end of the season, but I'm thinking he's going to be pretty more heavily used throughout the season.
Yeah, they have him at the number one spot right now on our spreadsheet.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, his rushes per attempt, it looks like he's ramped up throughout the season. But I know one thing that we noticed, wanted to touch on was, I mean, he's from Muskegon, Michigan, went to Saginaw Valley, and now he's playing for the Michigan Panthers. So,
right, Michigan man through and through.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice if we could get him on at some point in time.
We'll have to reach out to him. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, who knows where he's located? Muskegon. I lived in Muskegon for almost 2 years when I was younger, actually. So it'd be funny to see where he was living.
Yeah, I've done some moving jobs out there whenever I worked for the moving company here in town.
Oh man, I mean, it's nice. It's quiet. And then we've touched on Jaden, Jaden Sheridan, however you want to say it. We've touched on him before, so I mean they got him listed as second running back, and then Matt Colburn. But I think that it's going to be everywhere the competition is. We're going to be very fierce leading up to the season.
We got depth, and it's going to be very competitive. Like we've said plenty of times, training camp is going to be competitive, and it's so short. I believe it starts soon. Like, within February, they got to be to Arlington.
I mean, they got February. We got to get a date. We got to figure out the date.
Yeah, somebody had it posted. I'll have to find it.
Yeah.
But then we'll move into the wide receiver group. We got Marcus Sims. I know you wanted to touch on him. He was real effective last year. Look at that, 426 yards.
Yep, exactly. And then crucial touchdowns, which is tied for 8th in the league, 10th in the league for yards total. Kick return yards, look at this. While being effective on offense, also special teams, man. I think he's going to have
setting our offense up for success.
Exactly. And I mean, I know we've had some additions, Malik Turner, but I think he's going to be on the field a lot. He's going to have a lot of playing time this year.
Yeah, it's him and Devin back there for kick returns, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So maybe we'll if Devin brings him over in pregame,
right?
But yeah, I mean, when he's on the field, he's effective, man. Fast.
Yeah, I think
there's his size. I didn't catch his size, but
I think they're two of the fastest guys on the team.
Exactly. That's why they got him back there for kick and punt returns, man.
Right.
Keeping them quick.
Yeah, I believe he played all 10 games.
What does it say here? Nah.
Best ability is availability.
Yeah. Oh. There's no points. I thought it would have like games played.
No.
No.
And courtesy of Fox Sports for having this information available for us.
Yeah, no kidding. Keeping it updated in a place where we can easily get a hold of it, really.
Yeah, we want to talk about Marcus Sims, and I think COC Mariner. Was that somebody else we wanted to touch on?
I mean, we want to kind of bring up everybody because, I mean, well, the receivers, they kind of are constantly moving. CLC Mariner, I mean, against the Stallions leading at the back end of the season, he was very crucial. I mean, him and obviously Cole Hicatini, who we're going to touch on too, but everybody was contributing. You know, it's always next man up mentality, but
yeah, they kind of had that mentality for the Lions to bring it into the Lions season. They brought it in at the end of the
Michigan
season.
mentality, man.
Yeah, it's just something about up here.
Yes,
just got to keep working. Like you said, you wanted to touch on Cole. Yeah, Cole Hicatini.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to have another – I keep saying everybody's going to have a big season, but a very productive season, I think. I mean, throughout this –
forward to it.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, he's listed as a number one, which, I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't be. But he's a big – what's his height? He's a big receiver. He's got good hands, or big receiving target, excuse me. So
6'4", 247.
Yep, so he's not only going to want to – yeah, he's not an oversized tight end. He's good receiving threat down the field as a tight end. So I think it's only going to grow, especially with, as you think, Perkins back there. So a lot of mobile-esque quarterbacks, they say, they favor their tight ends, you know, because that's a kind of a blanket. So I think he's going to be catching a lot of passes regardless of who's out there this year.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the production that Cole Hicatini puts down on the field this year.
Yes.
And then that'll lead us into our offensive line.
Yeah, we were just going to kind of have a general.
Yeah, we got Jarrett Horst, my correction. He was with us last year, and I believe he plays the left tackle. I believe he was on the blind side.
I think so. And then it says we got Brian Tooley, our new draft pick out of Eastern Michigan.
Yep.
Tooley, did I say Tooley? I did that last time too.
That's fine.
So I mean, we got two Michigan boys hanging out at anchoring in for the Eastern Michigan, Michigan State. That's where they both come from. So that's gonna be kind of cool. A lot of Michigan ties onto this Michigan team. Go figure.
Yeah, and then going into the guards, we got Jake Burton from Baylor, 6'5", 303, big boy.
Big boy.
And another friend of the channel, Ryan Nelson from Virginia, 6'5", 324. That's another big boy to have.
Oh, yeah. And he's playing right tackle.
Yep.
Or right guard. I think they had him listed as a tackle at some point, but he plays guard. I mean, he bounces out, so he's versatile. But
yeah, as me being a lineman, they always had us practice every position. You know, just in case somebody gets injured, you got to be able to play tackle, or you got to be able to switch sides. Just got to know what everybody else is doing on the line. Like other position groups, you got to know what everybody else is doing at all times.
Just to make the play run effectively. I mean, look at you run a trap and you don't know somebody's running behind you. You're gonna trip them. Just awareness on the line, the unit.
Exactly, cohesiveness.
Exactly.
And then at center we got Noah Johnson. I think he's been with Michigan since October 22. He's been around for a little while.
The centerpiece of our line.
Yeah, a lot of big boys.
Yeah.
He's 6 foot, 290. So,
well, I mean, we last year we had a good effective line, and everybody's still there. I mean, look at we've added a draft pick and a few tackles just for depth, but our signing
just for depth.
Yeah, I mean everything's. We keep repeating ourselves, but keeping everybody together, keeping that cohesiveness.
Yeah, that brings like chemistry to everybody, to the team. It's nice having everybody return. You know, we got a lot of the same coaching staff. We got a lot of the same returning players, a lot of vets. So they can like teach these new guys coming in the mentality and what the Panthers are about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the standing players, like you said, the veterans. I feel like that's almost it's like adding coaches that aren't on your coaching staff and they're on the field, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's that veteran presence that we're always talking about.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Sorry, just got to mix up my W real fast.
The Dubby. Is that the sludge? Dub sludge?
Yeah, the Dub sludge, Granny Smith apple, and secret sauce.
Sauce. So now, I guess now let's roll on over the defense.
That's good.
No, that's good. I got my denture water in here.
Your grandpa's denture water in your W cup.
Yeah.
There's a link down in the description, guys, if you want to get some W. You get 10% off with our code MPP10.
Yes,
but
sir.
moving to the other side of the ball is Daniel Weiss for defensive line and Walter Palomore, both returning guys. Big, some more big boys, 6'3", 317 for Walter Palomore. Just 6 foot 290 for Daniel Weiss. Or no, 6'2", 279 for Daniel Weiss.
Yeah, just the meat up front, man. the run stuff and meat controlling that line.
Yeah, these guys.
Mm-hmm.
They're very, very physical guys, too. I wish we had Breland Speaks coming back, but I haven't heard anything about that.
No, he's still on the yet to be signed list, reserve list, I guess you could call it.
Yeah. And then getting out to the edge rusher, we got Levi Bell from Texas State.
Yep. Levi Bell, Texas State. I mean, look at that draft in 2023. Like you said, another big boy. I hate that it doesn't have a picture for. I feel like I'm a face guy, not a name guy. I mean, obviously when it's on the back of their shirt, but he doesn't really have literally no stats sitting in here.
But he was effective last year. I remember him being on the line.
Yeah,
he was the opposite side of Breland Speaks. You know, putting pressure on the quarterback. As we know, that wins football games.
So yeah, on the front and the front and the back half. I mean, pressure, man. Pressure affects the whole game.
And then the other edge rusher they got at number 2 is Rondell Carter.
Returning as well.
Yep, he's also returning. 6'2", 265. He went to James Madison. But he was with a few different NFL teams. Dallas, Indianapolis, Arizona, Houston, Pittsburgh from 2000 to 2000 or 20 from 2020 to 2022. And he signed
So
with
good.
Michigan 2023.
Good long stint. I mean, that's that experience we talk about all the time.
So, and then heading into the linebacker group, big news that came out this week. Yep, Frank Ginda.
Yes, sir. I don't know how long. Did they just sign in years? Is it like everything's a year contract?
I believe so. Everything's yearly. I heard something about maybe 2-year contracts, but it seems like a lot of it is year to year right now.
All right. Well, but yeah, I mean that's a huge pickup, however you want to look at it for.
Yeah, he was super effective
Mm-hmm.
last year. He was one of my favorite defensive players, and then he got hurt in the Arlington game.
Right.
I was there. I looked at my girlfriend. I was like, oh, no, not Frank the Tank.
Right. So, I mean, he definitely would have helped moving through into the playoffs, I think.
Yeah.
Well, But
yeah, he was a key factor of our defense.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Missing it. It's like just missing that cornerstone. It's communication. It's everything with the defense, you know?
Yeah, having that veteran presence there at linebacker, because usually a linebacker runs your defense. You know, that's your guy on out on the field that's running your defense.
The green dot, they call him, and the quarterback of the defense,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So,
all right. Well,
but they've added some more depth there. We also got Noah Dawkins returning at linebacker, but he's a little bit farther down on the depth chart.
Right.
It's kind of surprising.
Well, he's quite far down. I mean, Donovan Mutton out of Houston, so he did a stint with Indy and Atlanta in 2003 and 2004, and then Raylan Goforth, who we've talked about. So he's out of Washington and had a stint with Green Bay, 2024. So I mean, it's a very competitive linebacker room, to say the least.
We've said it before on the channel. Iron sharpens iron, and like every position group, as we look at it, as we're breaking it down, it just seems so competitive, and everybody's just gonna have to work for it.
Oh yeah, I mean, we got no Spartanburg, South Carolina. That's pretty awesome. So I went to Citadel. Let's see, we got game logs 34. I believe that's exact same as Frank Gidna. So they finished with So I mean, he dynamic duo picked up for him, but I mean, with both of them on the field, how much or the availability of them to contribute to the team is gonna.
Yeah, both of them out on the field at the same time.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a dangerous duo out there.
8 solo in the postseason. He was all over, a sack, forced fumble. Look at that stat line from the postseason. So he's not scared of the lights, man.
No, he performs when he needs. I mean, at all levels.
Yeah. All right, and then let's move over to. I guess let's go on Kai Nakua.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Kai Nakua, man. I loved watching him last year.
Yeah.
Very productive player, super humble, just loves to work, loves the game.
Top tier name.
Right. Yeah, there's football runs in his blood.
Oh yeah. I mean, look at his tackles. I mean, when your safety is beating your linebackers and tackles, that's not great, but he's productive.
Yeah, he's super productive.
Yeah.
We actually have a little video pulled up here. I don't know how much of it we're going to play, but we have some stuff pulled up here about Kai Nakua and his family and just a little bit about him.
Family of football players, especially 6 boys, 1 girl. All of us are in the backyard. Dad was in the back. We're doing Oklahoma drills in the dirt. So. My name is Kai Nakua. Play safety. Play for the Michigan Panthers. Played college ball at BYU. Did 4 years there. Then entered the draft. 2017 was my first year. Played 6 years in the league. Played for various teams. Now I'm here, waiting for another opportunity. Glad to still play football and showcase my talents. Ooh, most underrated guy on my team? I'd have to say my brother Samson. He's a wide receiver right now. Kid is just a baller. He just knows how to play the game. I don't know. People may see he may not be a little too serious or goofy, but that's just his personality. And when he's on the field, he does what he does.
Yeah, as you can see, he's real big into family and big fan of his younger brother. And he talks about his older brother, his other brother.
Yeah.
I jumped ahead to that.
His name is, it was unreal. It just felt like a dream this entire season, and so proud of him. I knew he had it in him. I would say I didn't think it was going to go the way it did, but what a blessing that he was able to make it throughout the whole season healthy, and he was able to just play ball, and just seeing his smile, I think that was my biggest thing is he was loving every second of it. You know, he's loved football because he's been around all of us, you know, 6 boys growing up, being on him, being one of the younger boys. So watching him go out there and do his thing has been amazing. The opportunity here with the UFL has been, you know, just to showcase my talents. You know, I still love the game of football, and I believe I can still play the game at a high level. So it's really just, I want to put out good tape, put out great tape, and showcase these NFL teams too. You know, hey, my name's kind of cool. I was there before, and I can still do what I can do. Something I'm.
Yeah. So as you can tell, his family's all about football.
Yeah, as he mentioned, Samson on the team.
Yep, it's one of our wide receivers.
Yes, sir. So I mean, productive through the short season with as we talk about often, the crazy stable. So there's a lot of wide receivers who are able to produce. So I mean, he's fine. The ball finds him. That's all you can really ask for from him, you know. And
Right.
like he said, Puka Nacua killing it with the Rams. So this is such a very athletic and talented team, and we got 2 of them, one on either side of the ball. So that's really exciting.
Right, both sides of the ball. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Well, you got anybody else that you wanted to touch on? Or are you ready to move on to the special teams?
Yeah, we can jump right into the special teams with BT Potter, our new kicker.
BT.
He's got some big shoes to fill, we'll say.
Oh. Yes, sir. Some yeah, big shoes is an understatement. I was trying to think of a different one, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jake Bates left behind a big
Jake
hole.
Bates, he's got a cool name, so he's coming in strong with that.
BT Potter.
BT Potter, yeah. So I mean, coming out of Clemson, and he graduated, last year. But I mean, look at his point after attempts. Look at that.
Yeah,
through his career, and it's beautiful. And
but as we know in the UFL right now, as it is, there is no point after kicker.
No. I'm just saying for consistency's sake. So anything within close. I mean, they're hundreds is what you want to see. I mean, these are all high too, but
yeah, but he has, over 50, which is nice.
Oh yeah, 52, 52, 51, 52. So as long as they're consistently, they know where to put him out.
And we know Mike Nolan's not scared to trust his kicker.
No, he'll trot the kicker out there, man. Look like they're just sitting on the other side of the 50, and he's like, just go for it.
Yeah, you know what? Why not give him a chance? What's going to happen?
Oh, man.
Look what happened with Jake Bates.
BT Potter.
Yeah, BT Potter.
All right. And then so our
new punter is Simon Laria.
Laria, I am not sure. Granted, I couldn't find much on him, but I mean, longest 70. He's got decent yards. He punted all 3 years he was at ACU. So I mean,
availability is availability.
Yeah, and I mean, with having a kicker who can nail 52, and I'm hoping being at Ford Field, maybe that's just they got the juice there. Maybe some of the lucks remained, and we can just stick with the place kicker, just keep kicking it.
Right. I mean, we kind of skipped over, but like Brock Miller, he's been working out with the Chargers, I believe. That was our previous punter.
Yeah.
Yep. And
wasn't he with the Chargers? I thought he was signed with them.
I believe he was signed with us for most of the offseason. This is new news that I seen that he was working out with them.
Kyle Kramer says he's got nothing. No new news.
Well, he was working out with them, but he hasn't re-signed with us yet.
And then I guess to round out the special teams, the we talked about the ones who are catching it, but the guy who runs through every single play. We got
Jordan Ober.
So he is a UFL, all UFL long snapper. He played all 10 games. Obviously, the stats are a little hard to
judge for a long snapper.
Yeah, but I mean, consistency is key, and he gets it there every time. I mean, look at Jake Bates. Why do you think that he was able to nail every, most of the kicks that he was up against, even at crazy lengths that nobody expected? Is because his operation was nailed down, which all starts with this man right here.
Yep, with the long snapper.
Yep.
And he was also a all USFL long snapper too, I believe.
And when he played for the Generals. Yeah. So this guy he's the guy that makes it all go, man. He gets it to him. It's always on time, on point, and he's the anchor of the special teams. So hopefully he can pass it on. BT Potter and him are going to spend plenty of time together, as well as Simon. So they're going to.
Yeah, I've noticed that the special teams groups, those three, the kicker, the punter, and the long snapper, they become a very cohesive unit. Like Jake Bates, Jordan Ober, and Brock Miller, they all became like real close friends. And I know last year when Donald Delahaye, before he got hurt destroying, he was actually paying for Airbnb just for those three guys.
Really?
So,
just
the kicker, the punter, and the long snapper. Like they lived together.
Okay.
And they all stayed together before. Like they didn't live in the dorms because I
it
believe
makes sense. Look at it. Look at an offensive line. I mean, you go through the dirt. You're together. You're next to each other. You're doing the same thing, learning each other's jobs like intricately.
Yeah,
it just makes sense that you gravitate towards each other.
Yeah, like in high school and stuff, my offensive line dude, we spent all kinds of time together, like on and off the field, after school, after practice.
That's how it goes, man. Your position groups, you're gonna ride or die with them a lot of the times.
Yep, and I still talk to a lot of those guys today. It's crazy.
Well, you got anything else you wanna touch on here?
Not really. Like, thanks to AFN for featuring us on their network. Thanks to Dubby for sponsoring the channel.
Yes, sir. Thank you to you guys for watching our videos consistently. We do have an announcement next Monday. So this comes out Monday. So the following Monday after this comes out, we'll be having another player interview. Yeah.
Yep, another episode of Inside the Hunt.
Another episode. So that's exciting news for us, getting two in a couple, with inside of a month. So,
and then we have another one lined up after that. Yeah. He's not a current Panther, but he played for the Panthers in 2022. So that's pretty exciting.
Experience, which is nice. Experience in multiple leagues too. So
yeah, he said he'd be honored, and Michigan holds a special place in his heart. So I'm excited to have him on too.
As it does mine, sir.
And as always, follow us on all of our socials on X, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. We're on everything. It's all right here. It's all posted in the descriptions of the channel and everything like that. So,
all right. Well,
till next time, Panther fans. And as always,
let's hunt.
Let's hunt, Jesse.